Speaking of traffic,
we
got to talk about it. The gas station across from my fucking apartment today. Take a guess at what the gas price was. Take a crack.
$4.30.
$4.49, bro. It's been going up. I've been tracking it, just mentally. 20 cents a day for the past week.
Crazy.
It's gonna hit 5 in the next week, I think. Based on that trajectory.
It's just like, it's fucked up
20
because
cents
it's
cheaper
like,
here, by the way.
Yeah, I think I got gas the other day for below $4, like somewhere. I remember seeing like a gas station, and it was like there's like literally 3 gas stations in a row. One was like 4.26. The next one was like 3.98. The next one was 4.23. It's like, all right, I'm obviously going to that one.
Yeah, and you do feel like weird. I usually pick the middle one because I'm like, that's too cheap.
Yeah.
That's too expensive. I'm going Goldilocks on you.
The cheap one's gonna be like, there's something wrong with it.
Yeah.
What's in that gas?
Yeah. Water?
What kind of gas is that? Also, it's full. The pumps are all full.
Yeah.
Because everyone's just trying to get that deal. Yeah, gas has been pretty crazy.
I didn't realize why gas differed from area to area until like 2 years ago. And I was like, oh, wait, because part of what makes the gas price the price it is because of all the other expenses that go into having a gas station. So like if you are running a gas station in Towson, the property value is higher, which means your taxes are higher. All these other things go into it. So that's why, like, okay, the same company, Exxon across from where I live is $4.49. I think I saw today that this was $4.19 or $4.29 or something. So like 20 to 30 cents difference just from Towson to Lutherville because Lutherville's a cheaper area. And so, but then you look
I
at
also feel like it's like if it's placed near a highway where like if someone's like about to go out of gas and then they come off and go to the first gas station, that's always more expensive than one like down the road.
Yeah. So there's so many factors, but like it just is a wild thing. Like I felt like a conspiracy theorist a week ago. Not a conspiracy. I felt like I was overreacting when like I normally don't fill up my tank unless I really
started
need to.
Taking notes on prices and you're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
Exxon and Exxon, they're not the same number?
Yeah.
What does this mean?
What does it mean?
Went to City Hall.
Connecting dots. Shit.
Went to the archives.
Rubber bands on my fucking wall. So last week when it was $3.79, I was down to like 1/8 of a tank, and I was like, you know what? I've been noticing the gas has been going up like every day. I'm gonna fill up my tank now. And so I did, and I'm glad I did because it would have cost me $1 more a gallon at this point. Like,
yeah.
And like, I think what really is the crazier thing about it is that at first, you know, you hear gas prices and you're like, okay, like this is how my thought process worked. It's like, okay, yeah, everybody's freaking out about it, but it's like, it's just fucking gas. Like, okay, you fill up your tank like once a month or twice a month maybe, and it's like, okay, so you spend like $30 more a month. And then I was like, all right, that still sucks. But then I realized, oh, wait, that factors into everything, though, because we use fossil fuels to do everything. Yeah. Like this electricity is made.
Flights.
Every single thing that we do, like when you order from Amazon, the prices of the car that's delivering it to you are going to make, and the cost of one guy shipping in his meat from another guy for his restaurant. And like literally you cannot think of a thing that involves any level of transportation, which every single thing does, unless a guy literally kills a cow on his lawn, makes it in a fucking hand grinder, and then fucking packages it by hand and then walks it to your house, that isn't affected by fucking energy prices. So like, we look at gas and people are like, all right, dude, like, you know, I saw these stupid fucking memes like the gas prices are too high starter pack, and it's like a fucking like old white boomer with like a fucking backwards hat and like driving a big ass truck, and it's like, okay, yeah, but I think we're missing the bigger picture here, which is that our utility bills are going up this month.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm not looking forward
Dude,
to, like,
mine like doubled from last year. Like it showed me like it showed the stats to be like, hey, are you using more electricity? It's like, no, you're charging more for it. And it's, well, it's not even the electricity, it's the gas. Because I have like gas heating and like for my cooking and shit. So
but
like,
but also the gas is electricity. Because
no,
it's
yeah,
like,
it is. The electricity has gone up in price.
Mhm.
But the thing for me that's been hitting me is the fucking like just the natural gas.
yeah, because apparently I think Russia is where we get a lot of, I think Russia's main thing is a natural gas thing. I think. I don't know. But I've heard that said, which means it's got to be true. But
What about kerosene?
Kerosene, luckily we're pulling into springtime. I got a full tank, and I don't think I'm going to need any more this year until winter. So
Good. Nice.
hopefully it goes down. It just is like, that is really got me thinking, like, wow, like, I think that's the reason why people talk. I know this is a reason, but I'm just realizing it. You know, as you become an adult, you start to realize things that the gas prices aren't just the gas prices.
Yes.
It's the best indicator of everything. Because when gas prices go up, everything's going up because everything uses gas. Every single thing. Like, you don't plug your shit into a wall and electricity just magically flows from fucking God's dick into your fucking Nintendo. It, like, there's a fucking big ass generator burning fossil fuels somewhere in your city that's pumping out electricity like a giant fucking hand pull generator on a city scale, and then that's how you get your fucking power. You know? So, like, listen to this podcast. Is you know, you're using fossil fuels, baby. Whether you like it or not. Electric cars. It's still fossil fuels. It's less, but it's just, I know that, like, that's obvious
skipping
once
a
you
step.
acknowledge it, but it's like, I think it's something that's often overlooked when people kind of try to downplay, and not many people are trying to downplay it, but I have seen people try to downplay the fact that, like, it's going up 20 cents a day, dude, and it doesn't show any signs of stopping. And it's like, what is going on? I don't know.
Yeah. It's you know, hopefully it curbs a little bit. But yeah, that's definitely that's the thing you see every day, and you can be like, "Oh fuck."
I wonder at what point do people go,
So you can ignore a lot of shit.
you can ignore a lot of shit, and I think that I think a lot of
That's the
politics,
thing that affects people.
yes. I think a lot of politics is reliant upon most things that people debate, like, don't directly affect a lot of people. So it's, like, easy to have, like, an opinion that doesn't necessarily have to make sense or, like, work in practice because like, it doesn't, like, it's not affecting you, you know? But once it does affect you, I do wonder what, I think that the gas prices aren't going to bother people. I think when people get their utility bills this month is when people go, okay, we got to do something. I can't afford this. My utility bill is already way too fucking high.
Yeah.
And now it's about to be way too fucking high. You know? And at that point is when you start thinking, like, hey, what's something that we're not doing now that we should do? And again, it's like, I cannot help but think, and I know what we said, I said this last week, and, like, this is a more political take, I guess, but, like, I don't think it has to be a political take. I think if we looked at it from, like, I think if you took the politics out of it and just looked at it from, like, a objective perspective, that, like, it doesn't make sense to me that we are getting all this energy from other countries that may or may not be cool with us at any given moment, like Russia or Saudi Arabia. And then if they decide to not be cool with us, or they decide to do something we don't fuck with, and then we gotta say, well, we're not getting any more from you. And then all of a sudden we're fucking hit with a $2 raise in energy prices, and our utility bills go up, and our fucking car prices, and everything goes up. And it's like, at that point, I understand that, like, there's a big sentiment, because, like, I care about the environment, dude. I like the environment. You know I recycle. This is something I think about. I made a fucking thing in my house for recycling. I didn't have to do that. It would be way easier for me to just fucking throw it down the chute. I would enjoy it more because I like throwing a shit down the
and it
chute.
would sound, you know, you'd hear all the glass clinking.
It would be fun.
Yeah,
It'd be fucking fun. All right. And I don't give myself that for the environment because I know that there's a 1 in 1 billion chance that I actually might get this can recycled based on who you talk to. You know what I mean? So it's not that I don't care about the environment. What gets me is that this idea that like, okay, we all understand that like we need, whether you like it or not, and this is a reality, whether you like it or not, we need gas. We need fossil fuels right now. I'm sorry, but like the technology isn't there to fucking run on windmills right now. It's not. It's not there to run off solar power. It's just not. You know, I would like just as much as anyone if we could get to that point. If my car could run off fucking sunlight, that would be awesome. I would leave it. I would take it out of the parking garage. I'd leave it under the fucking sun somewhere. And I go, hey, dude, yeah, I'll meet you there in a second. Oh, yo, you got sun money? No such thing. I'll drive you anywhere you fucking want. You know, it'd be great if my car could run on fucking water. It can't. It'd be great if I could power my fucking TV with it. I can't. So understanding the reality is that we need this form of energy at this moment. Why does it make it better for the environment? If anything, it makes it worse that like, okay, if you like get oil from like somewhere in America, like Alaska or like Texas or somewhere where we have like a bunch of oil and you drill it, that's going to be done under like American purview, under American laws, which means the workers are going to be paid a lot better than they're getting paid in fucking Saudi Arabia. I think we can say that confidently. You know what I mean? Like I'm not saying that America's perfect, but we're better than like a lot of fucking places. So like, and we're going to give more of a shit about the of how you're disposing of waste and things like that. Like we already have those laws in place to be like, yo, you can't just dump your shit in the river, dude. You can't. This isn't 1840. All right. We have laws in place. It might not be perfect, but do you think that when we get fucking oil from Saudi Arabia or Russia or fucking Venezuela or anywhere that they fucking give a shit? I mean, really? So like, what is this thought process that says we need oil. We know that. We're not going to drill in America for oil because fuck that, because that's bad for the environment. So instead we're going to use the same amount of oil but get it from somewhere else. It's the same environment. Does Russia not exist on the same fucking planet as us? Is Saudi Arabia not the same Earth? So like what the it's like such a strange thing that it's so divisive to say, yo, I know we don't want to be doing this, but like we kind of need it. It's like a reality of living in this century that we need this form of energy. And why are we so leveraged out to being dependent on this country? And why are we starting wars in the fucking Middle East to have control over their fucking oil reserves? We could just fucking drill in Texas. We fucking bought Alaska for that. We don't use it. I mean, I don't know what amount we actually do get from America. I'm sure we get a lot. But like, it just seems to me that like, I wish that it wasn't such a polarizing thing to just say like, yo, like, why are we giving Russia money? Why are we giving Saudi Arabia? Why are we propping up these fucking puppet regimes and these like dictators in random places that have oil reserves and like making sure that their government is constantly in control of it? And like, if they get out of line, we fucking send the military in and blow their shit up. And it's like, we're doing all that just so you can drive around, when we could just fucking pay some fucking dude with a backwards hat in Texas to do it. It's like, why aren't we doing that? You know, and it's like, it annoys me that that's like a political take. And I'm sure there's like reasons back and forth, like, you know, with the Keystone Pipeline, somebody was like, oh, well, it goes through like indigenous lands or something. And it's like, okay, is that a reason to fucking just nix energy production in America? Because a fucking pipe goes through somebody's fucking backyard. Not backyard, just like the woods. I don't even fucking know what it is. It just seems like a ridiculous, like, just cut it off. You know, we can't do it. You know, it's like, okay, this might be like a pipe here. We could put a pipe in the middle of fucking Montana, or we could kill thousands of people in Iraq. We could build a pipe in Minnesota and have it pass through, somebody can see it from their window, or we could fund Saddam Hussein's regime.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Mean, it is, it's a very complicated issue, I think. But luckily we solved it here tonight.
I think we may have. Look, it's not again, it's not about solving it. I know that anybody who actually knows anything about the subject could explain to me how probably most, maybe I would be willing to say not most.
All of it is maybe misinformed, or I don't know.
I would say that there are things that I've said, as I'm always willing to admit, that are
I'm just
misinformed.
glad you didn't go to like, let's just give in to Russia. I thought that's where you were gonna go.
I'm not gonna fucking. Why would I fucking want to give in to Russia, dude? If anything,
I don't know. I was at the edge of my seat, being like, "Don't say it, Jim."
I'm saying the most anti-Russia thing ever.
No, true.
I'm saying the most. I am the most
never go back.
Anti-Russia guy right now. Fuck Russia. I don't care about like the whole thing with this whole thing is like I'm sorry to say, I don't know. This sounds like whatever it sounds like. I, as a human being, only have so much care amount. And for me to say that I really care, I know I'm supposed to say I do. I know we're all supposed to say we do.
Hmm.
But I'm not a liar. I'm not going to lie to save face. I think it sucks. But I'm finding it very difficult to care to the point that it like actually like I'm sitting there thinking about what's going on over there. It's hard for me to care. This crisis right now, for lack of a better word, I think COVID was a cooler crisis. You know what I mean? It was like easier to like see it and like be like, oh shit. This thing going on in Russia with the thing, it's like, fuck Russia. The only reason this is even a thing to us, unfortunately,
is because COVID is still happening.
Well, they're trying to fucking smooth it out. You can't just go from one crisis to no crisis. You have to go from one crisis to the next crisis.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I guess
1984 George Orwell fucking 101 of public manipulation. You can't just fucking go, hey, there's no more problems. You got to fucking, okay, the COVID thing's going this way. We need another one. Boom. All of a sudden now nobody's talked about COVID for a week. Everybody's a Ukraine expert now. And it's like, okay, dude, I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about it. I don't know why Russia's trying to take Ukraine. I don't know why Ukraine doesn't. I don't know any of that.
Dude,
and like,
I wish I knew.
I wish I knew too. I wish I knew too. All I know is the only reason it's affecting us is because of how fucking dependent we are on their fucking shit. And that I do care about. When I see the fucking gas prices go up, I go, now that I can see.